Welcome to On the Mic with Melissa Ebsch. And I have Mr. Joe Nelt with me today, and he is with the Marinette Logging and Heritage Festival Car Show. Now, you organize this all by yourself?
I've got some helpers, but the last couple of years I've kind of taken it on as a project and tried to make it a little bit better each year.
You do a good job.
Thanks.
You do. It's so nice. But how do, well, tell me about it. Like, how do you put it together and all that good stuff?
Okay, the first thing we did is picked a good venue. It used to be on Stevenson Island, but there was crowding issues and wet grass. We picked Riverside Ave, and a lot of good feedback after the first year we did it, so we've continued to use Riverside. It's easy access right off of Highway 41. It's safe access. You don't have people coming up behind you at the show car as you're pulling in. It's very controlled, and it's also linked to the rest of Riverside Ave, where when the parade gets done, people can filter down and see the
Yeah,
cars. So the cars get a lot of exposure down here.
definitely. That's so cool. So, how many cars can you fit in there?
That's a great question. I think probably we could do 300-ish if we had to
Oh
pack them
my,
in. Usually we're in that 150 to 175 range, which is
okay.
good. It's manageable.
Yeah.
And a lot of it depends on who's in the area that day. Sometimes we're competing with the Iola car show.
Okay.
But it's grown a little bit each year, and probably more importantly is we see some new cars come each year. So the word's kind of
Oh,
spreading that it's a good car show to stop at.
that's awesome. So now, because it's growing and everything else, how do people register for it?
We do offer online registration, but historically I've received one, two, maybe three.
Okay.
The majority of these folks with cars register the day of, which I understand because a lot of it's weather dependent.
Oh
They're not
yeah.
going to take it out if there's a thunderstorm. So
Right.
totally understandable. Most of the registration people get there by about 8 or 8:30. We'd prefer, if possible, to get registration wrapped up by 10.
Okay.
Just that allows everybody to be set up because when the parade gets done around noon, a huge influx of people come down Riverside Ave, and it's
Right.
nice when the cars are already there and they're not trying to maneuver and park.
Oh, definitely. And is there a cost to register or to participate, I
No, in
should say?
fact, it's a unique car show. We have dash plaques, we have really awesome trophies built by
Oh.
Shoebies, and it's all free because Riverside Auto sponsors it.
Oh.
They've sponsored this show every year. Um, couldn't do this without them, period, because they are the sole funder for this
Oh
show.
my gosh. That's so
It
cool.
is, yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Mhm.
Wow. Oh my gosh. And now you mentioned awards. What kind of awards do you have?
So we have multiple class awards. We have a lot of stock and modified classes. We have different eras as far, for example, 65 and older,
Hmm.
93 and newer, a lot of divisions. Trying to make it fair for everybody and kind
Yeah.
of space out the classes. And there's I've had older cars from the 60s, and there's a lot of people who want to keep them completely factory stock. And there's a lot of people who want to modify them with like
Yeah.
electronic ignition and stuff like that. So we separated the classes so there's a spot for everybody.
Cool. That's
Mhm.
really cool. So, what would you recommend if someone is interested in, bringing their car to participate? What would you recommend to them?
The entry for the car show is going to be right off of Highway 41, turning north on Riverside, northwest, I guess. And they pull in front of the hotel. We get them registered and we get them parked. The other thing I would say is bring an appetite because we've got four
Oh.
vendors there that day. LBN, Tasty Traveler, Andy Beal, and Ty Sheps. Last
Mm.
year, they got absolutely pounded by people coming back from the parade. They did really well. Requested to come back again, and I'm glad we added that last year just because the business is very good for them.
Oh
They do great, and the
yeah.
car show people are there all day. They're hungry and thirsty
Oh,
too.
definitely,
The
definitely.
only other thing, Riverside Ave has pretty good shade, but if not, bring an umbrella maybe or a little pop-up tent just in case it's
Hmm.
really sunny and bright out.
Maybe a chair or something
Chairs are
too.
a great idea.
Yeah, or a blanket.
Yep, and have some music requests because Russ Mayo does our DJ job.
Oh, nice.
Couldn't do the show without him. So
Yeah.
if they have some songs they'd like to play, maybe it's a song about their car, something like
Oh,
that. Have
yeah.
that in mind. Walk up. He's easy to deal with. He'll play whatever you need.
Oh, that's so cool. Nice little party going on Riverside.
It's fun.
It
Yeah, it's
is.
a lot of fun.
Logging and Heritage Festival. This is what the 13th year, I think.
It sounds about right.
I
It's
think
been
it's
for a while.
around, yeah,
Yeah.
13th year. So, I mean, and everything has just grown and grown and grown, and it's just amazing. So,
Hmm.
thank you for coming in
You're welcome.
and sharing and letting everybody know about the car show. And It goes on until what, 2 o'clock?
Yeah, we do awards at 2 o'clock.
Okay, so awards at 2, and registration and everything is from 8 to about 10.
I'll be down there probably 7:30.
Okay.
With a couple people to help me out, and we'd like to wrap it up by 10 if we could.
Okay.
That being said, if somebody comes in at quarter after 10, 10:30, we're not going to send you
Oh,
away.
gosh, no.
But we just really want to get set up before that big crowd comes down.
Right, definitely. All right. Well, you heard it here. If you want to get in to the Logging and Heritage Festival Car Show, it's really easy. There's no fee, and get there early.
Thank you.
All right, and that's on Sunday, July 13th. So I might want to tell them when the date is too. So, all right, guys. Thanks, and we will see you tomorrow.
Thanks.